Hey y'all, and welcome to day 22 of Reactober. Yes. Where I watch what is apparently, and I did not know this beforehand, it is apparently an Italian film. I did not know this before, that we were jumping into another foreign film today, but woo! I think it's a witch movie. And that is pretty much the extent of what I know. Maybe some kind of big ritual on Black Sunday. Black Sunday actually the name of several real life events. However, they're not. Yeah, like I think a couple massacres actually. But I don't think those have anything to do with this movie. Could be mistaken. Link in the description for the non-timer version of this video, or if you want, you can pull up your copy of Black Sunday and press play on my copy of Black Sunday, and we will watch it together. Boom. How's your October going, guys? Mine's going pretty nice. Go! Lorber and International Media Films Incorporated presents the Mario Bava Collection! Static! Fire. And then after that, he just left? Oh. Did they actually do that? Oh. I mean, don't get me wrong, I totally believe it. Also, not a subtitled film, surprisingly. Maybe it's dubbed over? Very good lip syncing, but a bit of that looked weird. No, I'm a little surprised. And she'll come back later. This is an Imhotep situation. Oh, shit! That's pretty cool. Imagine the eye holes aren't aligned. Like, even if you come back as the supernatural, killer or whatever she's gonna be. And she can't see out of the mask because it just doesn't fit her right. Yeah, I think this is dubbed over. Ugh. Ooh. Oh, that's just mean. That was cool. I will say, I'll hand this much. Oh, okay. I'll hand this much to them. Uh, the I agree with the philosophy of putting a goofy mask on the bad guy instead of a cool one. Screenplay by Ennio De Concisi, Mario Slandre. Music composed by Roberto Nicolosi. Photography by Mario Bava. Production assistant Paolo Mercury. English dialogue written and directed by George Higgins III. It is dubbed over. I did not plan on this. Struck by lightning. Oops. So how did she get out? Hopefully not a Rita Repulsa situation. He reminds me of Dracula. Napoleon actually was on the battlefield for some of his later conquests. So it would sort of track that he'd be regarded more directly than a lot of military commanders would be by individual soldiers. So is the forest trying to prevent them from freeing the witch, or is the forest working for the witch? I wonder what the evil scheme of this movie is gonna be. Like, is she just take over the world type? Or is she gonna have, like, take vengeance on descendants of the people who, burned her and, did the face thing? The mask thing? Or maybe she'll attack churches because of the Satan connection? My god, it's magic. During the Salem witch trials, while it was usually women who were accused and then executed for witchcraft, they did happen to men. I think it was something like 15% or so were men. Something like. Don't quote me on the number. Which I can wonder all sorts of reasons that women would be the ones who people would be like, that she's in with Satan. Huh. I wonder if that's actually real folklore. Seems like that'd be a really expensive method of burying a lot of people, though. I doubt the nail mask is true, but crazier things exist. Hmm. Bam, 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 bam. That's a big bat. They did bring up vampires. Oh shit. Oh, double shit. I think ye couldn't attack the cross itself, so it took out, so it got someone else to do it. What if you took the mask? My source of power! No, I know. I know that that's not how it works. It's not the mask. Oh, they are actually. She would not still have a visible face like that. Hmm. Oh! Oh no! I got it. Okay. I wonder if the witch will know who was responsible for her being able to come back. That's not her, is it? What? That was that was fast. Grow back? Okay, definitely not the witch. Okay. I think it would have been better for the bat to have cut his finger. I don't think that's what happened. I think they were implying it was the mask he cut himself on, but it didn't. I didn't really see a moment one of the nails should have gotten him. Or was it his wrist that was cut? Either way. Ah. So we're gonna be able to see her revive. It's actually making me think more of Hocus Pocus or Stardust. Good movie. I've heard the book's better. Ooh, a lot more blood now. Is that a rifle? Kind of looks like. Yeah, okay. Looks honestly, it's such a long barrel rifle. It looks like it would be an effective pool cue. What are those stone faces for? They're so creepy. Those are impressively creepy. Hold up. Can we get away from the witch being the main enemy of this movie and just have those things come to life? I swear for a second I thought this was gonna be Vincent Price. It's like, why are you here as well? A griffin? That's the part where you burn it. It occurs to me, access to good audio technology must have been a lot easier than video technology because this is still black and white in 1960, as opposed to American films at the time, but the audio is pretty much on point. And this is before hobbyist stuff would have made one or the other expensive needlessly beyond technology genuinely needing to be as expensive as it was. That would do it. He looks cool. She's a little older now. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised tattoos are so disliked Religious tattoos are so disliked among people who take religion seriously, defiling the body and all. Cause big old tattoo of the cross on your forehead can never be hurt by one of the Satan-related monsters. That was the mask, right, in the cup. Hmm? Imagine like you stamp crosses on M&Ms, tiny ones, and then send them to a witch. She doesn't see the crosses at first. Ah, ooh, these feel weird. Ah, oh no. Mushu, I live. Those are some big ol' eyes. Okay. All right, Dorothy. Not this time. Tonight? Wait for daylight. Frogs and witches are usually the frog's an ingredient or something. Shamans and sorcerers turn princes into frogs. I forgot the bucket. Dang. Oh, there it is. I actually wasn't that far off with Mushu's I live! Rise! Rise! Oh, it's the cow. It just sounded like such a confused moan. Ugh! Ugh! Ooh, that'd be a cool horror movie premise. You only survive if you're alone. The demon, supernatural force, whatever, kills anyone in a two or more pair in an apocalypse type situation. Need bath. Have mask? Says the guy. Taking off the mask? I figured honestly that oof. I figured either one of them would keep it on for the movie. Sort of as the cool signature motif for this movie's monsters, but I guess not. God, I'm really sold on that. That'd be a cool movie. The the apocalypse movie where whatever's killing you doesn't really matter. It's the MacGuffin of this case. Is killing you if you're with somebody. Like there, no pairs can exist in a room in a general vicinity, whatever it would be. Social, we'll call it social distancing. uh, Copyright at me. That's my idea. I'll accept very low form of payment. I'm pretty cheap to be able to use that idea. You know, he's not that upset about the whole thing. See, in these movies, and this was also the case in the first Dracula movie, when you're actively worried and like truly believing that the supernatural monster who is stopped by the cross is gonna come get you, why aren't these people like wearing it as a belt or something? Like he's genuinely scared. Wear it to bed. That's a cool shot. Just slow it down, but sometimes that's all you need. Okay. Green screen. Okay. See, in reality, without the music, this wouldn't be that intense of a situation, at least appearance wise. The girl with the dragonstone door. Honestly, this looks like it would be a great location in Game of Thrones. Ta da! Great horror movie villain. He's a killer. Cold-blooded, ruthless, but he's also a stand-up comedian. And I don't mean like Freddy Krueger. I mean like that is literally what his old day job was, or his regular day job is. He kills somebody and he tries some comedy on them, or he does comedy on somebody and then he's like, all right, now I gotta kill you. Sorry, bud. I mean, I guess in part that's basically the Joker, but not quite. And they're gonna see her gone. Oh, I guess not. She looks a lot healthier. What? Oh no. The power of Satan is not enough. Have not lifted in 200 years. Well, gosh, I guess Satan had to pick up the slack. It looks like she cut herself shaving. Is he mind controlled or is he crazy? Mind controlled, right? That was a little bit easier than I thought it was gonna be. I bet that even she's like, wait, he actually went for this? I wasn't using magic or anything! No. Alright. That's the butler who's been there since he was born, right? You gotta wonder if he's allowed to have friends over or something. Because it doesn't seem like the kind of job where you ever really leave. Ta-da! Probably a little different than you used to. I wonder if there's anyone alive named Constantine now. Or Constantine, whichever they'd go with. Probably at least a few. It was kind of a big historical deal. Constantinople and the associated queens and kings. Maybe this is a regional thing, but what's with the extra piece of the cross up top? Because usually there's a little divot or something, a design, but that's like another cross piece. Like there's a tiny cross built into the main cross. And on the bottom as well. It's 3 times as effective against the forces of evil. The corridor. What is this piece of music, if anyone knows it? Because they use this in Scooby-Doo a lot. I swear it was in the last movie, too. She looks kind of like Morticia Addams in this shot. That's actually just not that bad. He's dead, which is bad, but the actual imagery. I get what he's asking for, but the way he said it sounded like he was just looking for a nice birthday gift. Can I have a horse? She's the one who couldn't milk the cow without being worried, right? Oh dear. Oh dearie dear dear. Little less worried about the shirt now, I assume. Ruvayan. Hmm. Yeah. This guy's dad's dead. Wait a second, buddy. Wait a second. I could make a supercut of women fainting in these movies. It's never the guy. Never once. That's all it took, huh? See, she's got the right idea wearing it. By God, it's the entire kingdom. Yeah, that sounds like Boris, but you said he was dead. It was the baddie. Okay. It all started in the year 3000 BC. She's just this. It is the same guy. Yeah, we already knew that, but. Are they gonna check the cemetery? Is this movie Black Sunday just because Sunday is the traditional day of worship? Make your head spin, man. You've got the best beard. Oh my god. By God, they're in cahoots! Yeah, he said nothing about. He didn't say anything about how you had to go. Could be tiptoeing there. Could moonwalk there. Those gargoyle looking things, they're awesome. I don't know what it is about Black Sunday that's making me think of this stuff, but a horror movie where the killer's trying to kill people, but they keep dying elsewhere in other ways. Like he's chasing them through the woods, and they like run into a rake, and it just cracks their skull. Don't take it off. That would be dumb at this point. Yep, you're gonna die. Good thing he didn't smack the door in his face or something like that. I got it. Fine. Aww. Demon dogs. They're not dead, are they? Oh man. Okay. Okay. Tuger and Tome. Aw. Honestly, I expected this movie to be more mummy style. With just generally more explicit magic usage and things like that. But other than a little bit of mind control here and there, it's not been that crazy. Feel like she could afford to get the heck out of Dodge for a couple weeks. To go on a diplomatic mission to Tahiti. Yeah. Go far away from here and you'll be happier. I agree. Tahiti would be great right now. Junko and Ashima would be thrilled, and we can't have that. That dragon looks like it's confused or even a little scared the way that they did its head. Oh dear. Honestly, probably a pretty dumb placement for an open flame. If you ask me. Ooh. And the portrait's damaged. Okay. I can't believe in 200 years no one's moved that to clean the wall. I get it, that wouldn't happen often. It's not the sort of wall you'd clean like that regularly. But in 200 years. Or longer, for that matter. I don't think that the passageway is directly related to the witches at all, so it could have been 1,000 years. Yeah, and you you haven't seen the new and improved version yet. I don't think. Look at that dragon. It just doesn't look. Okay, closer you get, it looks more like it's irritated than it is scared or with a goofy look. Just like, ugh. Oh. I'd say set her on fire. Probably a little ridiculous. Was that him going, she's pretty cute? No. No. Evil. Yvonne. I was like, I was just kidding. Wait. Yahutich. This is where being that guy from The Mummy who starts like speaking different languages to try and chill down Imhotep would come in great handy. I was also just kidding about the horror movie where the killer's chasing after people but they keep dying by accident. Ooh, that's important. Why would you hide the cross? Hmm. Yeah, okay. That doesn't matter, bud. When have you seen this before for you to be able to say sometime like this, like it's not freaking you out too? Oh, turned my stomach a little bit there. Yep, okay. Only the left eye? Okay. So does it just hurt like a bitch if you do it on the right eye? I would love to see that. They stab literally everything except the eye. Monster's just sitting the other either the witch or the other guy is just sitting there like ah ah ah. Advanced acupuncture 102. Meh! I don't think she touched that. That was a bit that was a bit funny, actually. Guy off screen pushed it just now not at the right time. Nah. And he's back on Satan's team. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Come on, people. Ow. Big ow. So does she have to be like placed on top or something? So how does this work? It's a Oh dear. Something seems off about her mouth. Oh dear. Oh, she's losing. Okay, got it. Stealing her life force, I guess. It's just such a normal fight. I don't I don't think you need to be mean about it. You won, lady. Dun dun dun. Oh dear. Oh dear. I figured he would win the fight. How? Who? What? I'm honestly not sure what just happened here. How did he do that? What? Oh, okay, there's two of them. Okay. I thought it was him while he was hanging from the ledge who somehow did that. And I was like, what? I didn't know that trick. Yeah, it's not her, though. I think the bodies are switched. She sees the cross. Good. Good! Observant man. Don't take it off. He took it off. What? But, dude, dumbass. Okay, okay, he's sticking it back on her. No. You were so close, too. No. Good man. So close, too. Her evil plan almost worked out. Like, she was this close. Somebody put a cross on the person. Oh, they got her. Okay. She's like, I literally just got up. Come on, guys. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. Satan's a dick. I'd at least think about sticking the mask back on her before she died. It'll be given back to her as the witch dies. How good. I swear he yelled father, but that can't be it. Probably not coming back after this one. I would hope. The end! All rights reserved. International Media Films Incorporated. Circa. And a lot of... Oh, Crawford Media Services Incorporated, authoring, design, and coding. They probably remastered this or something then. Good for them. Cool. Cool. It was an okay movie. Not a very good plot overall in terms of forward progression, but I think that it worked, you know? It just worked, though. I'm never gonna watch it again, but if you enjoyed it, cool. It is a little bit of a back and forth swing with these movies recently. Love it? Yeah. Love it? Eh. Back and forth, back and forth.